Hello everybody, it's Janet from Fruit of the Vine Art Studio here. I'm sorry I'm a couple minutes late. I was waiting for my alarm to go off and I guess I didn't have it set on my phone. So the alarm wasn't going off and I was just straightening things around, moving stuff around. I'm still not even done moving things around, but here we are and I'm ready. I hope you're ready too. I've got my canvas all traced up. If you had the opportunity to watch the video that was on there that showed how to take your template, put the chalk on the back of it, lay it on top of your black canvas, use a pen and write over the top of it, lift it up, and the chalk magically makes the transfer right onto the template. And then I use acrylic paint pens. It's just another form of acrylic paint in the form of a pen. I use that to do the outlining then. And then you can just wipe the chalk off and you don't have to worry about it. Oh, good. Carol's here. Hi, Carol. Hi, thank you for joining me. We're just getting ready to start. Let me see if I can pull it up over here. And that way it'll be easier for me. Oop, there we go. Turn that there. Okay, now I can see it. Okay, let me just set this over here out of the way, and I can see comments better that way because this crazy phone over here, for whatever reason, doesn't always want to show me the comments. Okay, so now I'm trying to get my little example that I printed out here just in the front so I can see it a little better. There we go. Move this over. All right, I think I'm all situated. Okay, so on there we had put that we would want to have some teal or a turquoise. Actually, I didn't really give full specifications on what colors because I've seen this done in so many different colors that it's really up to you. If you like a pink bike is beautiful. If you like a red bike is beautiful too. You can make your bike green. You can make your bike any color that you want. I've seen it in many different colors. You just want to have a couple of different shades of whatever color it is that you're going to paint your bike. Basically, beyond that, you'll be using a little bit, even your flowers. If you don't want to have yellow flowers, yellowish orange flowers, you can do a pink. You can do pinks and reds. You could do pinks and purples. It's just a matter of some complementary looking colors that go together in your flower basket. It doesn't have to be at all the color scheme that I'm using in any way, shape, or form. I just kind of like the way that it looks with the teal bike and the orange and yellow flowers in the basket. You know, I've seen it done many, many, many different ways. So, I've seen wine bottles and loaves of bread in the basket, which is it's just another way of doing it. It's another way of sharing what you want to have in your basket. You can put puppies in your basket if you want to. But tonight we're going to be painting some flowers, and they aren't hard at all. They are very simple to paint. All we're going to need is a flat brush. Going to be using a flat brush. You'll be wanting a round brush, a little chip brush. That's basically, you really don't even have to have this chip brush, honestly. You'd rather have your flat brush than anything. That's the main thing. And then, of course, you're going to need a little liner brush. I've got quite a few different little liner brushes over here that I can use. Just pull me out one. Okay, just any little liner brush. Now, the colors that I had listed, I had given just a few. If you want the full scheme of colors that are going to be going in here, we're going to be using some teal, turquoise, sea breeze, which is well, I think it's ocean breeze. Ocean breeze, which is what I've got here. Ocean breeze, which is that color, kind of a teal. And Key West, which is a lighter shade of that same color. I got turquoise. And then we're going to be using 2 shades of green. I have got a lime green apple tart and a festive green Kelly green or festive green. I'm going to be using just some good primary yellow coloring. I'm going to be using some pumpkin orange. Oh, I know what I forgot to get out. I'm going to be using a little burnt umber and a little bit of nutmeg, because you're going to need those two colors or something along that line. You're going to want some sort of a, depending on your basket, if you want to make your basket brown. If you don't want to make your basket brown, you don't have to have these colors at all. You can make your basket. I've seen the basket done in black and white. I've seen the basket done in silver, like it's a metal basket. That's kind of up to you, too, how you're going to do yours. So ours is going to be a little wicker basket, so I'm going to use the brown. So I've got mine all written down here. I've got my instructions all typed up so that we can follow them through, hopefully anyway. It's something like that. I kind of get started. You know, I try to remember how it was done the last time. Type it down, look at it, type it up, and then I get going and talking and, you know, we'll try to follow it. Let's just say that. Once we get started painting, we're just going to be painting, I'm sure, because that's, hey, how it goes. I've got my red gear on today, if you've noticed. It's opening day here in Cincinnati. It was the big parade, the Reds game, opening day. Thank you. We are so glad to have it going on. It's about time. Give us something to do around here, huh? No, there's plenty to do, actually. But, yeah, I'm very happy for opening day to be going on. It's always a wonderful thing. It's like a big party atmosphere here in Cincinnati. So, hey, opening day for the Reds. Anyway, I've got this sitting down here. I'm going to tilt you down so that you can see right there. And hopefully not flip you up and show you ceiling and all that bunch of craziness that I'm known to do. But let's just touch it lightly. There we go. I think that looks pretty good right there. Let me sit down here and look at it on the computer. It takes it about a 10-second. Yeah, it takes it about 10 seconds to catch up to where I'm at. So, yeah, that looks pretty good. I think you can see it pretty well there. Don't move it around too awful much. Okay, now the first thing we're going to do is we are going to get out a little bit of the teal paint. So I'm going to start with my Ocean Breeze Teal. Well, I haven't opened this before, so I've got a couple of new ones right there, huh? Wonder if it's got the little... Nope. Nope. Get that off of there. There we go. And I guess while I'm peeling the tops off of things, I may as well go over here to this this Key West, this light. Let me see if I can get that to come off of there this way. Sometimes you can't get it to come off from the top. Just take the top off of it and work it from the bottom up. It's easier. All right. Using Peacock Teal. Okay. So I don't have Peacock. We're using Ocean. And my flat brush is where we're going to start at. I think I'm going to take this sweater off here. Just sit it down right there for right now. Don't need all that on me. All right. Get my flat brush here. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to start working right in here where the wheel is. Now, I know that seems like a kind of odd thing to do, but that's what we're going to start right here in the wheel. And we're just going to kind of fill in all of the bike areas. Right here in the fender. Don't worry about it if you get over top of the white. There's going to be plenty of time to put more white on. That's for sure. Okay, and once we've got that on that fender there, we're going to come out. I mean, that's just one part of that right there. This is going to come out all the way down here. And then we've got the fender coming out right there. So we're just going to make all of that white. I mean, white. Teal. We're going to be adding white to it. Okay, so now we've got that tire. We're going to come over here and do the same thing We're just going to fill this in right here. Now, I just know that those white lines are right there, so I'm not going to be too worried about that. That's just kind of a reminder. This is the big wheel right here. And it's going to have quite a few different coats of paint on it, so don't be too concerned with that. We're going to come all the way down here into the fork. I'm getting a little sloppy there. There we go. We're just going to bring that right up through here too. We're having a very, very nice day here in Cincinnati. It was 70 degrees today. Don't know what it's like out where you're at. I hope you've had a beautiful day too. Really nice weather. We've got pretty weather this week. Well, we've got rain base. I shouldn't say pretty weather. It's not pretty weather every day. We do have rain chances basically every day. And yeah, there's some clouds. But you know what? Considering that last week we had that weather and that was, you know, we had sleet. We had one day, I think it was 47 degrees. I believe we said we were in the car, and it literally started hailing. It sleeted, and then little snowflakes were hitting the car. It was ridiculous. It was like, what in the world is going on here in Cincinnati? Insanity, pure insanity. So, considering what was going on just this past weekend, today was a very, very pretty day for the opening day for the Reds. That's for sure. I'm just going to go right over the edge here and just paint the rest of the bike on the side there. Even though I didn't get the whole side of my canvas with the black, I'm not going to worry about that. In fact, I'm thinking maybe I'm going to do something fun around the edges. Maybe do a turquoise and black kind of stripe to the sides. That would be just for fun. Just for fun. I'm just painting the whole body of the bike with this teal color. Right across this little area here. Right over there. Now, last year I offered this as the whole bike, and that was a very pretty painting. I'd like to do that again. I really liked that spring bike, the full spring bike. I just thought this time we would do just the front of the bike and do the whole basket. We've got one that's got the bike with the basket in the back. A couple of different baskets on different bikes, all parked. I think that one's very pretty. But yeah, this is such a pretty design, and it can be done in so many different colors, and they all look great. Uh-oh, once again. Guess. I know you can guess. Once again, I did not turn off my notifications, and now they're gonna go nuts. I can just hear them, just bleep bleep. Sorry. I really do. I need to make me a laminated sign that hangs right here before I go live that says, Did you turn off your notifications? Not that I don't know that would really, yeah. I'd look at it and think, okay, I'll do it in just a second because I'm so busy setting up everything. I'll get to that in just a moment. Nah, because it's always the best of intentions. Y'all know that. It's always the best of intentions. Yes, I'm planning on it. I know I'm going to. Just going to go up here and do this part right here on the handle. Kind of got a little fuzzy on one side over here with this brush. I can see that it's a little fuzzy on that side. That's okay. Okay, so now we're going to go to this Key West, this lighter color. And I'm just going to give my brush a quick little rinse. I'm not too worried about it because I'm not going to give this any time to dry. I'm just going to keep moving forward. And I'm going to use this, and I'm just going to make some streaks on the front of the bar with this lighter color. Just right in here. Right down in here. Right along through here. I'm going to put some at the top of my fender. Don't got to worry about it being perfect or nothing. You're just putting it on there. Just put it along the top of the fender. I'm going to just bring it right up the front of the fork. Is this cup? No, okay, the cup's not in the way. I was thinking, is this cup in the way? Let me look up here. Right up the front of the fork there. Just bring it on up. Just a little around this side, about half of it. About like that. So that you've got about a half of it done. So now we've just got us just some light streaks. It's nothing that, I mean, it's just some light streaks. We're going to put some right in here. Right along through here. Not like that. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take a little bit of black and a little bit of white and make some gray. Now I am going to use silver too. But first I'm going to make a gray so that when I use the silver, it's going to pop. But you don't have to have the silver. You do not have to have the silver. You can do it with just the gray. Somebody's car is just going off outside. I can hear it. Beep, 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 beep. I know it's not my car. Oh, I can't get that black to open. There we go. All right, just a little bit of black and a little bit of white, and we're going to make us a light gray. And we're going to do that using this brush right here. So I'm going to get just a little bit of this black, and then I'm going to get a nice chunk of that white. Hello. And I'm going to make a light gray. Just a pretty light gray. Like that. And then I'm going to paint this handlebar section right here with this gray. And I'm not going to be worried about this here little piece of foliage. We'll just worry about that when it comes time to paint the green. I'm just going to paint right over it right there. Or did you think that that was the bike's brake handle? It could be. It could be. But actually it's a little piece of green foliage. It's what it's meant to be. When I kind of looked at it, I thought, well, it could be the brake handle. But that's not the intention. Okay, so now we've got a little bit of that light gray on our handlebar section, and we're going to just go ahead and fill in the sign using the same light gray. And don't worry about your word there. We're just going to write that back in there in the middle. Or you can write any word you want. You don't have to put joy. You could write anything. You could put your favorite Bible scripture verse on there. Or, you know, just the book and chapters. You can put anything you want in that area. Ooh, I got a little bit of the teal in there. That's all right. I'll just mix it in with my gray. There we go. You would never know. You would never know. Oh, it's that commercial. No one's going to know. There you go. No one's going to know. Oops, if you keep doing that, someone's going to know because you're going to see it because you keep pulling the daggone teal into it. Okay. That's good enough. That's gray enough for me. There we go. Now we've got the little gray sign all done right there. Okay, so we're going to rinse this off and we're going to get a little bit of burnt umber. And we're going to paint the basket. And you want to go ahead and get you a little bit of the nutmeg too. Now, if you've got a raw sienna, that would be perfect. But I'm going to use burnt umber and nutmeg. Okay, now I'm going back to using my flat brush for this. So I'm going to rinse that out. All right, and I'm going to take the burnt umber and I'm just going to fill the whole basket bottom down here. I'm just going to fill the whole thing in with this burnt umber. Okay, now we got that. I'm going to go over that line a little bit better right there. There we go, that's better. Just a little thicker right along there. Now, I'm just going to go straight into the nutmeg. And I'm going to take it, and I'm just going to kind of go this way. Leave a little spot, go this way. Turn my brush this way. You want to kind of move it to where you got like the movement in it. This way. So I'm pulling it this way and this way. And then I'm pulling it this way and this way. So now this time I'm going to go here across and here across. Get me a little bit more of the nutmeg. Up and up. Then across and across. Up and up. See how it's kind of building the little basket? So this one's going across, so that means this one's going to go up. Up, up, across, across. So that means this one goes up, this one goes across, and this one goes across, and this is going to go up and up. See how it built the basket? It doesn't look perfect. It doesn't have to look perfect. You just want to have indication. Lines going up, lines going sideways, lines going up, lines going sideways. Let me get you back in the right spot. I think it's right there. Trying to wait for the camera to settle down again. I think that's in the right spot. Okay. So now we've got those little swatches right there. So rinse your brush out. We're going to leave that just like that for right now. Wipe the brush off. Okay, so using the white, get you some white, and just go right over top of where the tire, just right over top of the tire area. And if that teal bleeds through, don't even worry about it, because that just kind of helps with it anyway. Kind of bring it off the edge there. See how I'm kind of letting it blend into that blue, and it's not just all completely white. Try to get a little more right in there. We go. That looks better. That looks better. Now, using the teal, the darker one, take it and just make you a little rim right on the inside of your wheel. Just holding your wheel straight, or holding your wheel straight up, holding your brush straight up. Just make a little teal rim on the inside of it there. Okay. Now we're going to rinse this off, and while we're going to let that dry a little bit, and while that's drying, we're going to get us some yellow. Oops. Just a little bit of yellow. Okay. And we may as well get out our lime green, because we'll be using that next. Okay. Apple tart, whatever color you want to call it. Lime green. Rinse off my brush again. And this time I'm going to get into the yellow, and I'm just going to fill in all this whole flower thing up here. The whole flower. The whole top up here with the flowers. I'm just going to put yellow in there. Just putting it filled with yellow. And you're not trying to put it on in any specific way or make it look, I'm just kind of putting it in like smaller little circle-y kind of movements. Just small little half circles and just back and forth. And you're just going to just fill in this whole basket area up here at the top. Don't worry if it gets a little bit of the brown in it, it's okay. just a little bit more here and right here around these edges. Trying to go over my white paint pen so that it's not showing in spots. Okay, and let's rinse this off. And then we're going to take, now here's where you could use your little chip brush if you want to use your chip brush. You don't have to, but this is one of those spots where you can use your chip brush. I'm going to use this little flat brush that I'm using here. I like this little brush. And this is not no expensive brush. This is just a Craft Smart brush, is all it is. It's from Michaels. Just a Craft Smart flat brush. But I do like it. I'm going to take a little bit of this lime green, and I'm going to mix it with my, which one is this? The Ocean Breeze, the darker teal. I think I just got paint on my face. So I'm going to get some lime green, and I'm going to get some of the teal, and I'm going to bring them over here, and I'm going to mix them together and make me just like a limey, get a little more green. Ooh. Okay, and then I'm going to basically rub just about all of that off of my brush, because what we're going to do here, rub it off of your brush, is we're just going to take it and we're just going to kind of whisk it very lightly. Like that. Inside the wheels. I'm going to do it in here behind the fender. I'm going to do it over here by the top, by the side of the body here. Just kind of wisping it on there. Just up the top here at the handles. Right here on the side of the handle. Oh, around the top of the flower. It's just the look of movement going around. Maybe a little over here in the front of the basket. Okay, see how it just sort of gives it that feel that the bike is sort of moving now. Just a little bit. I mean, obviously it's not on the move, but it's moving a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Okay, so then we're going to add some of this same green kind of mixture here that we've got going here. We're just going to add just a couple of little bits of it in here. A little bit in here. On the fender here. Maybe a little around the front of that. On the back of the fork. A little over here. A little at the top of the handle. Just adding a little bit of that color in there for another variation on the bike. Okay. Now we're going to go back to our gray that we made. Let me rinse my brush a little bit, and we're going to work on our spokes. Okay, so let me get a little clean water. I'm going to put it in here with my gray and mix my gray up a little bit more. Ooh, I got a little teal in my gray, but that's okay. We're going to just get me a little more black then, and we'll just work on that and fix it. We'll just fix that. Because like I said, we're going to go over that gray with silver anyhow. Okay, now just holding your brush straight up and down. Just take it and just drag it over there. Just put it down and just pull it through. There we go. Now the bike has spokes on it. All right. And we'll just add a little bit of this gray that we got here. We're just going to add a little bit of that, like right along the top of the tire here. Just put you a line of gray right at the top of the tire. Okay. Maybe just a little bit that goes right down here where the connector is, right in there. Just around like that. Okay, so now is when we can get out the silver. If you want to get your silver while the gray is still getting there. Just... And if you don't have the silver, don't worry about it. You don't have to have it because the gray can just dry. I'm just going to put a little bit of the silver on the top of it. Because it wasn't one of the things that I said that you would need, so I doubt that you would have it out. But it just gives it a little more pop, like right here on your handles. And you've got that little metallic shine that you can see when you're looking at it from an angle. You can see that little bit of metallic look to it. And we'll make our little sign silver down here. I'm not sure if you could even see the shininess of the metallic. I can see it. I don't know. It just brings me joy to use it, I guess, guys. When it comes down to it, I like it. I like how it looks when I'm looking at it from an angle. I like that silver metallic look. I like to find reasons and excuses to use it. And what is a better excuse to use some metallic silver than a bicycle, right? Yeah, why not? Why not? Okay, so I'm just going to take it and just roll it right over top of that right there. Do the same thing right here. Just going right over top of that gray that I just made. Yep. Just put it right there. Right there. It doesn't even have to go all the way up. Just enough to give it a bit of a sheen when you look at it. Little that. We'll just bring it all the way up to it. Why not? Why not? Okay, and then we're going to put a little bit of silver right on the inside of our wheel. Or you can use your gray. Just if you don't have the silver, just use your gray. Right on the inside. My wheel's getting wider and wider. That's okay, though. I don't mind at all. It looks fine. I don't mind. It looks fine. Okay. So, now we're going to take a little bit of... let me see. Now what I want to do here. That's what it says I want to do here. All right. I just did that. let me get my little liner brush. And we're going to take our liner brush. Maybe I don't want to use this one. Maybe I want to use this one. Going to take the black and our little liner brush, and we're just going to make some little dashes around the edge of our little sign. Just using the black. Almost like stitching. That's what it looks like to me, like it's stitching. The flowers is taking a while to dry. I shouldn't have put all that. I guess it doesn't matter though. And now we're going to write the word joy right in the middle of there. Now, I know it's going to look backwards to you when I write, so you just write yours and I'm going to make mine, and I'm going to do it upside down and backwards. So we are not sure how this is going to look. Maybe it'll look all right. And I'm just going to bring that. I guess that looks all right. It looks all right upside down, so I'm assuming it looks all right upside down and backwards. It says joy in my direction, in the proper direction for me. I know it does not for you, but you know, whatever. So now that we did that and we've got that written on there, we're gonna just make some little. We're just gonna add some fun little black highlights to it. Okay, so we're just gonna we'll add a little black like right here, right where the edge of the tire would be. We'll add a little bit of black. I'm trying to not get my hand in none of that. Right over here at the top of that. Right there. We'll add us a little bit of black right down here underneath the circle and on the side of this. My hand might be in your way there. Right around like that and up the side. We'll add us just a little bit of black. Oh, let's just put a little line right up. Just right up through here. And then we'll put another line right there. We'll take this and we'll put a line right like that. And now let's see, we can put another one that goes right along the bottom of there, and one that comes right along there. And we'll put one right along this side here, on this side of the fork. About like that. I think that looks all right. And then we're going to just make some. Yeah, we did that. We did that. Let's see. I'm trying to see if I'm missing anything looking at my little instruction sheet here. Let's see. I'm going to put this, go right around the outside of that wheel there. Right around there. Just like that. And then I'm going to take this And I'm going to put like little L shapes. Just little L's in here. And they don't have to be complete L's. Some of them can just be little lines, but just little. Just to give you that indication more of that little bit of a basket. And then you can always just kind of shade it a little bit in the bottom corner. Just a little thicker in the corner. Okay, that kind of gives it a pretty good basket kind of look to it. We're going to be adding a little more to that too, though, so don't worry about stopping right there. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to go back to using our round brush, and we're going to get a little bit of this light brown, touch it on there, and get just a little bit, get some of the yellow. And then we're going to just kind of bring it in and swirl it around. So a touch of yellow, touch a little brown, bring it in, swirl it around. Touch of yellow, a little touch of brown, bring it in, swirl it around. A little bit of yellow, touch of brown. You're thinking it's getting too brown, mix you some more yellow. You're just wanting little swirls, little bits of brown to swirl into your yellow. He's getting dark. Let's get a little more yellow, a little more yellow. We're just working some little flowers in here. And we're just doing it by making some swirls. And then get you a little touch of brown and just move it in there. A little yellow. Another little yellow and brown. A little yellow. A little yellow. Might need a little more brown. Some yellow and brown. Yellow and brown, and you can get them to hang over the edge of your basket. It doesn't matter if it gets a little bit of the brown mixed in it, it's okay. Right over the top of the basket, right over the edge. So now you've got these swirly little flowers with the brown mixed in them. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to wipe that off, and we're going to get some orange. There goes that car again. There goes that car again. I can hear it out there. Beep, 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 beep. Okay, now we're going to get some orange. And we're just going to bring it in here. And we're just going to put it in and just kind of little half circles and little swirls. And just put it in different spots. Just add little touches of the orange. Just add it in there. Different spots on the flower. Little orange here, a little orange there. Top, little at the bottom, little on the side, a little at the top, little at the bottom, little on the side. Just a touch here and a touch there. A little touchy here and a little touch of it there. A little on the top, a little on the sides, just a little bit just adding some dots and some swirls and half circles, and just adding a little orange into the mix. Just a little bit of orange. Okay, then we're going to rinse that off. Get some of the dark green. And I'm going to take this. I'm going to use that flat brush for this. I'm going to make some foliage and some greenery around it. Some sprigs. Okay, so just get you some of that dark green on your flat brush. And we're just going to take it and just put it in here and just pull it out. Oop, got a little bit of flour mixed in it, didn't I? That's all right. Turn it this way. Yeah, I'm going to get around it right here with the green first. And then I'm just going to take it and just pull it. Doesn't have to be in the same shape as what was drawn on there at all. Of course, it doesn't hurt if you can do it just like I had it drawn on there. It sure wouldn't hurt anything. Okay, and then up here, we're just going to take this and just make us a leaf. Up here at the top, just draw a leaf on here. Make another leaf coming out right over here next to it. Just draw a couple of sprigs coming out in that area. There we go. And then we'll make a leaf coming out here, coming out over here. Add a little more of that green. Sprigs coming out down here too. There we go. Maybe put another leaf right there. Add a sprig or two coming out. Then we're going to go right into the light green. And we're just going to pull that right on the top of that dark green, just like that. And get back into my light green. I'm getting it all muckied up with stuff. There we go. Okay, so now we've got that done in there. We're gonna go back and take this. Get my little brush. Here, let's get this little brush. And I'm just going to add some more yellow in places. Just to brighten up a couple of them. But I really kind of like that look because it gives it that sort of that swirled in look there. Now we're going to add white to it too, though. So one thing we do want to do, we're going to add some, one thing I want to do is get a little teal and just make a little dot. Just make it a little dot in what you imagine to be the center of your little flowers. Just a little touch of the teal right in the center of your little flowers. Might be one or two back in there. I don't know. We'll put one back there. Maybe one there and one there. Just a little touch of the teal in there, just for some fun. Oops. Now, using our lighter brown in this small brush, we're going to go in here and we're going to go to the opposite sides and make an L. Not on all the spots, just in just some of the spots. And then lighten that up in that top corner where your L is. And that, well, and it's not really an L, it's a curve, I guess, is really what we're making. But then we're kind of highlighting it a little bit. Just a little. There we go. I think that makes that look pretty good that way. Okay, I think we're ready to just add the little white highlights at this point. I think everything's basically all completely colored in. So we're going to rinse this off using our little brush here. And we're just going to put some, hey, thank you, Buck. Thanks for joining me. I was wondering if he was going to make it on or not. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Going to take the white, and I'm just going to add just little white spots in different areas here. So I'm just going to make a white line right there on that handlebar. I'm going to make a white line going up the front side of this handlebar. I'm going to make a white line that's going to go right there. Really anywhere you want to. Anywhere you want to add a white line, I'm going to add a white line right there. Anywhere you think it might need just a little lightening. Right at the top of the fender. Right there. We're going to put a white line right in the side here. I'm going to put, let me see, I'm going to put me a little more white. Right inside this tire here. And right along here. Yeah, I think that helps it a little bit there. And then, let's see, where else can I put some? Yeah, let's put some white. Let's put a little dash of white, and a dash of white, and a dash of white, and a dash of white. just long little areas where it's woven together. I'm wanting to put it down the side of the basket. I better should stop or I'll be just going crazy with the white all over the place. Okay, so now we just need to add some white little highlights into our flowers. So just a little, like we did before, just make some little little smiley faces, little curves. Just make some little curves. Just put them in there. They don't have to be straight lines. You can make them squiggly in different directions. They can be swirly this way and going that way, and you can have it curving over here and over there and make little squiggles. Sometimes I like the squiggles better. Add a little squiggle, add a little squiggle. It just kind of breaks the flowers out. Add a little one in here and over there, and a little squiggle in here, and up around the top of that, and a squiggle around, and a squiggle around, and around, and a squiggle and around, and a squiggle and around, and maybe around this little flower, and around down here. And okay, and then we're going to add a little bit of white to this piece of the leaf, and over here on this side, and maybe there, and oh here and there, and whoops, I'm in the yellow. Hold my hand up. Doesn't have to be on every single one of them. Just a little streak. There, there, there. Here, here, here. I was just looking at something about those there. We'll just leave that kind of goofy looking thing like that there. Okay, now you know what we need in the flowers? I know what we need in the flowers. Touches of black. Just a little bit. Just a little squiggly line here. And a little squiggly line there. Yes, there we go. Another notification for you. Just a little bit of black in there, just to break it up a little. And then, of course, if you're going to do that, you got to darken the other sides of these leaves. Do it like that, right through the middle. There we go. Right through there. All right. If I keep messing, I'll just keep messing. And we know that. But really, when it comes down to it, guys, shoo, shoo, shoo. This little buddy's about done. Let's put a little streak of black through there. Just a little. Yeah. Something to separate those a little bit. Ooh, not too much. And we're going to just leave that be. That's just all wild and wild looking. I think I'm going to stop right here, guys. I'm going to just sign it at the bottom, and we're going to call it a done deal. We've got a bicycle here. What do you think? I hope you enjoyed this. I really think it turned out nice. I like it. Well, there were pretty little flowers in there. Definitely different. It's an easy way to make flowers. They're just swirlies and swishies and mushies and lines and swirls and dots. There we go. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me tonight. I really appreciate you being here so much. I will see you again soon. Let's see if I can zoom you back. Nope, that just, oh, wow, made it really zoom in, didn't it? There we go. All right. I'll see you tomorrow night. Tomorrow's Wednesday. Join me then at 8 o'clock. Thank you for joining me tonight. I really appreciate it. Bye.